So then there was a stroke of good fortune in a way. It's ironic. It wasn't good fortune in any other way except for the Absaroka-Beartooth, and that was that in January of '78, Lee Metcalf died. And Scoop Jackson, who was a powerful senator from Washington, decided that there should be a memorial bill passed in Metcalf's name, and the Absaroka-Beartooth bill became his memorial. And John Melcher, the other senator, was nothing but trouble through this whole process, and he messed with it. He was carrying water for the Anaconda Company, which had mineral interests in the Stillwater. And Melcher could not stop the bill because Scoop Jackson was bound and determined that this was going to pass as a memorial to Lee Metcalf. And so it did pass in March of 1978. And that was during the time when you could do something like that.
Yeah.
You can't do that anymore. But it's a marvelous thing. I have an original signed copy of the bill in my possession. And one of the most powerful experiences in my whole life was drawing the boundary of the wilderness. The way the wilderness bills work, there's language that says the boundary is established in accordance with maps on file with the committee of jurisdiction. And so the Senate Interior Committee, I forget if it's the correct name at that time, but the staffer for Lee Metcalf was Teddy Rowe, who now lives in Billings. Teddy was a fantastic champion for us. He helped us succeed in a marvelous way. Teddy brought home to his house in Northern Virginia all the USGS quadrangle maps, and we laid them out on the floor. It was a huge floor, and we laid all these maps out. And I went around with a pen and drew the boundary all the way around. And it was an out-of-body experience, because it was like I was flying over the landscape, and I was seeing the drainages, and I was seeing the rivers and the plateaus, and I was actually drawing that line all the way around. It took quite a while. I was very careful, and I was respectful of the record that had been developed. The Absaroka-Beartooth Task Force map was really the basis for it, but through the hearing process, there were arguments made for boundary changes and so on. So there was a record that supported the boundary that I drew. I had to resist temptations to grab extra wilderness. But drawing that boundary around there was the most wonderful thing. And I presume those maps are still on file. So that's the Absaroka-Beartooth story.